It's man.
It's Christian.
Here sitting at the grandma table. Popping dog.
Hey, I was listening to episode 17's After Dinner special today. I told you my mind been occupied trying to do
What the fuck was episode 17's After Dinner special?
I don't. I didn't even listen to it all the way, but it was in 2021, if you can believe that. But I was just listening to it, and I was like, bruh, we have came a long way.
Oh yeah.
I was like, just the way we sound, the way the quality of the sound, like, you know what I'm saying? What we talking about, like, we done came a long way. It was just interesting to me. I was like, bro, damn, we don't sound nothing like this anymore. Like,
You kind of get on here and you find your sound on here.
yeah, find what works.
Yeah.
Find where to charm in at. You know what I mean?
How to make the conversation go. How to pod. How to put on a show.
Couple posters, you know what I mean?
Posters. Hell yeah. Pod chasers. You know what I mean?
Couple podcasters.
You know what I'm saying? If you will. If you must.
If I do say so myself. What topic is, man?
Bro. So yesterday we kind of went on a tangent. And I meant to throw this into what we were talking about yesterday. But I didn't really get a chance to, so I decided we'd just talk about it today. Bro. It's hard being in leadership.
Whew.
And it is super tough. It starts when you're being a big sibling. And I know you relate to this, where it's just like, bro, like, you get all that pressure, like,
from the outskirts, you gotta set the example. You gotta be the, like, you can't. It be feeling like sometimes like your little room for grace, it almost be non-existent. Because somebody watching you from the jump, and your parent gonna make sure you know at every turn that you don't meet the expectation. All right, now you know you kind of leading the charge here. You know what I'm saying? They looking up to you. Because I remember, I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to run away from that shit. I used to be like, man, that little girl ain't looking at me. Cause you know what I mean, the age gap so different. It's 8-year age gap, and she a girl. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, if anything, she looking at you. But as I done got older, and as my sister done got older, like, I realized, no, nigga, she emulate everything you do. Like, she say the same thing you say. Like, our funniest moments be because she sound just like me. Like, and I be like, bro, when did that happen? You know what I mean? But you know, but I realized that, like, and I don't know if you was going into it like this, but shoot, I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Me running away from that has kind of it transcended into every part of, like, leadership. And when a leadership opportunity came up, most of the time I was like, I'm kind of cool off that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, I just felt like, shoot, all that pressure to be, I got to go be the standard. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me, you know I'm a laid back type, go with the flow type guy. So you asking me to lead some folk, that's out of my character. And you know, most of the time when you thrust into a leadership role, you don't have time to navigate really like and sit down with yourself to come out your character and make it make sense to yourself. You kind of just got to go and figure out what work and what don't work. You know, like the stuff at work. I'm more quiet than I've ever been ever, because it's like I can't say or do too much of the same thing that I would have done before. You know what I'm saying? And I know because like I've been getting so much backlash from at work, and I've been wanting to be like, man, F y'all. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting, but I'd be like, man, I cannot say that. Like, I gotta be better than that. I can't give into that type of stuff. And I just know, I think about what I don't know if we talked about it I don't think we talked about it on here because it was work related. So I think it was just a regular conversation. But we, you had said, like it's more than just, this work thing. It's everywhere in your life. And so I kind of just been taking that to heart, like where it's like, no, the reason I can't say it here is because I probably can't say it at all. I need to learn to internalize stuff and move on before I just react the same way that I would before. Because forget the work position, I'm going into a higher position in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at least that's what I need to operate like. So I'm treating it like that. Like, where it's like, no, I can't get into some of the same verbal altercations. I can't let somebody be under my skin like that, But yeah, it's definitely tough when you coming out your shell, but two, you adapting to the change on the fly.
I have such a hard time with my version of it because I always talk about who I ended up becoming. Like, at least at this point in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to this point, who I've ended up becoming, I can't really say I regret it. But it came with so many difficulties where it's like I was the complete opposite of you. Like, I didn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that I had a choice in the matter of. And like, were you saying you always opted to just basically take like the backseat type thing where it's just like, okay, somebody else drive the boat. I'm just along for the ride. I'm going to do my part.
Mm-hmm.
We going to get this done. As long as it get done, cool. Yeah. Like for me, it was always like, nigga, you have to be the one to drive the boat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not like, we're not even gonna look at and consider anybody else. So if you fuck up, if you fail, that's on you. It's all on you.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, nobody ever asks you if you want that or not.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of determine you're fit for it and just give it to you. And just roll the ball onto the court and say play. And you ain't had no practice. Mm-hmm. You ain't had no coaching. You know, none of that. Like, it was like that. Like, it was like that with my siblings. It was like that in every school project I ever had. It was like that at Upward Bound. It's just, it was my demeanor. It was the way I thought. It was just who I was that everybody always just came up to me and was like, these motherfuckers looking at you, they like, you got to set the example. And I never asked this, but I always wanted to ask, like, what if I don't want to be their example?
Mm-hmm.
Cause I used to feel like that. Like, I don't want to be their example.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be like me because I never really, like, especially when I was younger, I never really respected myself. I never really loved myself. I never really cared about myself like that. So
why would you want somebody?
So it's like, I'm putting on this front, like, I gotta be this leader for y'all, and I gotta, like, everybody looks at it as me being me, but it's like, I was just trying to be who I thought I should be. Mm-hmm. For a large majority of my childhood. Mm-hmm. And when I say childhood, I mean until I hit 18, I consider myself a child. And so for a large majority of my childhood, it was like, in teenage years, I guess you can split it and say mature childhood and teenage years. Mm-hmm. I looked at it and I always felt like I was playing a character. I always felt like I was trying to be who everybody thought Maya was supposed to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it was like, because I never was given the opportunity to be like, oh, this is who Maya is. It was certain roles where I felt comfortable taking charge. It was certain roles where I didn't. Mm-hmm. And I struggle with it so much because it's like, if I didn't have that practice, I wouldn't be who I am right now. Mm-hmm. But it's like, nigga, that practice came with a fucking mental toll, nigga. Like, yeah, it took a toll. Mm-hmm.
Well, this just turned into a great conversation to have because we're complete opposites in that regard. So, like, you had to practice, even though it came with, the difficult, you know what I'm saying, or difficulties, I should say. I'm kind of having to rewire what people think about me as I'm getting older. And now I'm like, no, I'm going to take that now. Because when the opportunities were there, for the most part, I mean, I was in band leadership, but if I'm being honest, like, if there was another somebody that was, you know what I'm saying, had been in the band as long as I had been, at that point in time, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm in leadership, I'm one of the oldest people in the band at the point in time, you know what I'm saying? So, like, who else was it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? But if I would have said, nah, I don't want to do that, and somebody else would have just been right there, I don't believe it would have been too much pushback. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, no, I'm choosing you. And I just look back, and I'm not saying that I regret it, because, you know what I'm saying, that was just a role I was cool with playing for that period of time in my life. But now I'm realizing, what that cost me with picking that choice is, like, I think me and my mom was talking about something when it came to me and my sister, and she was like, I don't know which one of y'all would have been the one to. And, when I heard it, I was like, I mean, okay. And then, but as I thought about it, I was like, well, I guess, I mean, shoot, I shied away from the role, and, where I was supposed to, y'all all framed it like I was supposed to be whatever the example for, you know what I'm saying, a little girl look like. But, and in band, it was like, okay, well, yeah, you the most experienced, so here. And it was like, okay, well, we're going to give this our best shot. And so now, like, I'm having to tell people, like, no, I don't entertain that anymore. I don't act like that. Don't talk to me about that. Don't talk to me like that. Don't, like, I'm having to reverse everything. And that is difficult too.
That's extremely, because, I never really look at it from that side, because I don't really know which one is harder. Having the expectations on you at first that you got to live up to, or having expectations be so low that you got to blow them out of the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, in one case, you got way too much experience. In the other case, you don't got nearly enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, where is the middle ground? Like, damn, that's kind of, I never really looked at it like that. I never really... Damn, this a good convo.
Yeah, when you start talking about it,
that.
I was like, oh my
because
goodness.
in my case, I don't know how you feel, but I'll be honest, and I don't think I ever really shared this, but like, it's hard to be in that role where you're thrust into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's impossible to be in that role and not develop resentment.
Oh yeah,
because I definitely resented my people for a long time.
yeah. Yeah.
I really did. And if they hear this, that'll probably be their first time hearing that from me. But I really did. Because I felt like it was expectation. And it was never, bro, I need help. Like, I'm struggling. Like, I don't got this. Like, I don't, nobody ever saw me as not having it.
Yeah,
and that's the gift and the curse of being gifted. Mm-hmm. What does a gifted person's not having it look like? It looked like perfectly fine to everybody else.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, no, like I felt like I was failing. Like I felt like I was struggling. I felt like I wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
I felt like I was letting everybody down. And I kept trying to say that without saying it, because it was always, and I get it, it was, and this is why like I learned to forgive, because this was not in a negative way. It was just perception is reality. Mm-hmm. In my case, it was always people kept telling me I can't let them down, and in my head I always kept saying, but what if I do?
Yeah.
Like, what if I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if I just, and maybe I shouldn't have been thinking like this, but I'm telling them, like, there were examples all around me of what not to do. And my people will know this if they hear this. They know who the examples were.
Right.
It was examples all around me, and all I ever heard was, yeah, boy, they was on a similar path to you. And like, while on one hand that gave me inspiration, like, okay, I see some good things, some bad things, like takeaways. On the other hand, it made me scared to death, because it's like, nigga, I'm one bad decision, I'm one bad stretch. If I slip up for too long, I might find myself like, and that's where that question kept coming from, like, where it's like, okay, my people keep telling me they love me, they this, they that. I can't let them down. But it's like, nigga, what if I end up a fuck up though? Like, what if I really royally fuck this up? Is the same people that's gonna praise me for being so gifted gonna destroy me for wasting my potential? Yeah. That was a lot. Like, that was a lot. That was tough.
Lot on the plate,
that was tough.
Yeah.
That was hard to get through.
The ups and downs, and I'm just now really looking at it. But for me, I guess that it was a gateway to develop an insecurity, like, because for me it was like you said, you was one bad decision away. I could say, oh no, I'm just one decision away from, but that's a lot. It's a lot. Like, the people around me ain't really instilling that, so I don't have no reason to feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I can go. Plus, it just seemed easier to say nah to it. And for the time being, like I said, it worked. The problem though is, when my mind changed and I want to go into those type of arenas and I want to take charge, and it come off as don't nobody got too much faith in you. And I mean, of course, nobody's gonna tell you that. Mm-hmm. And of course, even if they really feel like they would have faith in you, it don't feel like it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like when I finally start, like look at the type of conversations I'm having to have with people. Like to where it's like, no, I need to get you caught up to speed with what's done happened since we last talked, because I know you don't feel like I've been ready for the role, but what I'm telling you is that don't matter anymore. Mm-hmm. We here now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm choosing to be now. This is who I'm trying to embody now, because the things and the stuff I want out of life, like I'm realizing like, okay, no, the reason I could feel disrespected is because who was gonna respect me? Why would they have any reason to respect me? You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even showed them I can forget performing in the game. I ain't showed them that I was ready to show up. And you know, when you know your own, like as I done started to develop and stuff, and I developed my own, because my expectation for myself has always been, I mean, if I choose to, I know I can go be great. But since they not choosing, I can understand why it's like, I mean, nah, we kind of got to go off with what you got. Yeah. And so for me, it was always like, well, now I got to prove it. And I don't want to get too caught up in having to prove it for y'all. Like, that I crash out in that area. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to go out here and do it. The problem is, because I don't have any experience, I'm a little shaken up when I gotta make these decisions, and I got like, when it's, boy, you know, that's on you. That's why I'm glad that I came down here, because it was like, there's no more like, it really is on me down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you here, but shoot, the personal stuff that I gotta account for, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's like, nah, I don't have nobody I can call. I gotta call them after the fact and tell them, yeah, this is the decision I made.
And you know the crazy part, bro? Like, never really thought about it like this, but it's like, you got something to prove as much as I feel like I do. Mm-hmm. And it's to nobody but to ourselves, but it's like, you feel like you got to prove, okay, I never had the opportunity, let me go do it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I got to prove, okay, I had the opportunity and I don't think I did a good enough job. Let me go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, like, and it's two opposite ends of the spectrum, and they say iron sharpen iron, but like, you know, we two opposite ends of the axe sharpening each other right now. Like, yeah. Like, I gotta learn about your struggles, and you kind of gotta learn about my struggles in order to understand, okay, this is how I get better. Yeah. This is how I, you know what I'm saying?
Because they both come with their own level of struggle. Yeah.
And that's why it don't make sense to compare struggles. No. Because it's, you can go through the same shit in a different way than a motherfucker.
Because we've talked about it before, where like, you say your grandpa referred to you as his leader. And like I said, when I was talking about the whole stuff with my mama, we was talking about her getting up in age and when she passed and handling the money. And shoot, I ain't told her this, but shoot, I mean, when she said, yeah, all the money that I got for y'all and stuff, yeah, that's going to my friends, and if y'all would need it, it would go to you. I mean, it would go to them, and y'all would have to go to them. And it's like, hold on. You telling me if something was to happen to you, you wouldn't trust that I made sure your other child was good?
Feel like a slap in the face, don't it?
Damn. because
feel like a slap in the face. It feel like an insult.
Because on two hands, it's like, okay,
I ain't never heard you say that. I ain't know that till just now.
yeah, and it's like I don't feel like I can see where she coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm still me, so I feel like, well, damn.
As a man, that feels
you know what
terrible.
I'm saying? Because to me, it tell me like, and this is very extreme, but this just what went off in my head. To me, you feel like if you go, you ain't got nobody you can leave. Like the stuff you do leave, you ain't got nobody you can trust with it. And for me to be your oldest, ouch.
Yeah, shit hurt.
Yeah. So that's why it's when I come out here on my own, I will go without eating and a car before I come back to my mama's house.
Yeah, oh God,
because it's
you
just
feel like you got a chip on your shoulder at that point.
Nah, I got to show you and like we don't talk about it in these cases, but we had girlfriends young. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they expected whatever they expected from us. You know what I'm saying? Our wife, when we get one, will expect something from us as me. You know what I'm saying? And feeling like you dropped the ball with your family bad enough. Feeling like you dropped the ball with your lady. Oh my God.
Shit make you feel terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Shit, how you act in all kinds of ways. But like the crazy part is, bro, it's like that, but on the opposite side where it's like, okay, my grandpa told me not just that he my leader, like he told me like, okay, you know, obviously all my kids, like your grandma, you know, but grandson,
didn't
you know, you go be the one to tell my story when I die, right?
It's like, whoa.
OG.
Hold on. OG.
You know you have a son, right?
Right.
Like you got an oldest boy and a youngest boy and
you said,
and you coming to me and saying like that puts a chip on your shoulder where it's like, damn, now I feel obligated to.
I got to go out here.
And it's like, it's trust when I say this, it's not a net negative.
No.
It's not a, it is a net positive. Of course, it is a net positive. Because I feel like as men, you need something as a chip. You need it. Like you need, it's a necessary evil to push the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you not go get the best like without the pain. Like it's not gonna come. But at the same time, it's like, man, that's heavy. Man, I feel like I'm carrying a lot, man. My shoulders hurt.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you feel like you've been carrying it for a long time, where it's just like, bro, I got to be the oldest and the youngest.
Right.
With my dad's side, with my stepbrother and my stepsister, bro, I was the youngest. And yet, for whatever reason, it was always my head genius, my head this, my head that. And it's like, whoa, bro.
Hold on.
I thought I was over here to get a break from being the one niggas looking at. Like, I remember him telling me that where it's like, and I'm sorry if I'm putting too much of him business out there, but I remember him looking at me and telling him, like, bro, like, you know, my people be looking at me and telling me, like, I'm the one this, I'm the one that. It's like, bro. Like, I felt them without him ever having to say it, where it's just like,
I can't never.
I don't think that's a lie. I don't think, maybe I be feeling like maybe I don't want to be the fucking one if it feel like this sometimes.
At least not every day.
No,
like every day, I gotta go do that. Like I already because I face this type of backlash. Not the word I want to use because it's not a bad thing, but I face this type of stuff,
resistance
everywhere. At school, and then I gotta come home and I'm expected to be up here all the time.
You see why I wanted to talk about this yesterday? Because we was talking about it where it's like, okay, bro, I come to my house, I wake up in the morning. I'm gonna talk from my perspective. Right. I come to my house, I wake up in the morning, my brother's in the bed on the other side of the room. From the time I wake up, I can't get out my bed without looking at something that reminds me. Set the example. I go to school. My teacher's looking at me like, if I get a C, my teacher's looking at me like, come on now, we want you to do better.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you go to work, niggas looking at you like, I need you to be the leader. I need you to carry this shit. It's like, bro, jeez, like, when do you exhale? When do you, like, if you don't find God, you don't ever.
No.
That eats at you, it eat at you, it tear your subconscious up. Like, it's like, bro, like, being honest here, sometimes it's like, tell me if you ever felt like this, where it's just like, bro, I know that's my brother, I know that's my sister, I know that's my this, but boy, let that little nigga fend for they self.
Hell yeah.
Like, damn, what the fuck I'm supposed to do in this instance?
Because
like, what am I supposed to do about,
especially, bro,
what is my age supposed to, I'm gonna get personal, what is my age supposed to do about Jalen getting in trouble at school? When Ty get in trouble at school?
Yeah, what can I do?
When somebody mama feel like K not getting her grades right, like, what is my age supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I used to feel, where it's like, talk to your brother, talk to your little cut. What the fuck am I supposed to say? Nigga, my grades just fell.
Right.
Nigga, we just lost and I feel devastated after football.
But I got
nigga, my girl just left me and I'm on the verge of crying every day. What am I supposed to say?
Yeah,
like what am I supposed to say? What? I'm depressed as fuck. What am I supposed to say? Like, let the little nigga fend for himself.
At least for a day or so.
Let the little nigga fend for himself.
Nah, I definitely feel you, because it's tough. Because, I mean, I can relate. You know what I'm saying? I was the oldest in house, but shoot, I was the youngest out of my dad kids.
Yeah.
But the thing that struck me the most was my great grandma died, and the whole family dynamic shifted. It just went away after so long. And then dealing with my dad's side of the family, that's kind of been took away. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it wasn't until I decided I want to go get what I felt like was took away and I want that back that I went, wait a minute. Oh, boy. I'm going to have to change this over here too, huh? Because ain't nobody else going to do it. So I went from having, for the one who was, proverbially speaking, I was the cousin that just showed up at the events, to now I gotta take the charge. If I don't say nothing get done. We keep going years without speaking to each other. We keep going months without talk. And it's like, okay, so I decided that I don't want to do that. I do want this stuff I want family. You know what I'm saying? I'm a family person. That's just what it is. Great discovery. Now what? How do I even go about it? At this point, whoever the leaders was gone now. Like, so it's not like I wasn't handed the baton and told to run. I kind of just got told it's a race. Go. If you want to. And it's like, well, of course I want to. I'm older now. I'm a man. Like, that was going to be in my nature at some point. But it's like, like I said, I didn't have nobody. Nobody was having these conversations. Nobody was there to talk about these type of moments. And the ones that were, like, it was just more of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was more of a if somebody call us, we're gonna play our role. Wasn't nobody initiating nothing. So I'm surrounded by people not initiating nothing. And then I'm surrounded by some Christian folk. Like, hold on. Wait a minute. What y'all want me to do here? And I'm getting told I need to be the example for this little girl. In them 8 years of my life, what was going on in them first 8? She kind of just came. It was me, my thoughts, and I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was just me and my mama. Like, there was no real, there was nothing else. And she just happened.
And see, I think that's a big difference. By the time Bryn and your sister are the same age, literally a month apart.
Yeah.
When your sister's birthday, November what?
22nd.
See, Brand's birthday the 28th of October. So they're almost exactly like 30 days apart.
Yeah.
So you saying when Kirsten came into your life, you was 8. So it's like before then it was you and your mama. Bro, I don't have a single memory of not being the oldest.
Yeah.
Ty was born when I was 2.
Yeah.
And Kay came the year after. By the time Brand came, Ty, Lou, Kay, and Jalen was around.
So you already done had experience in this field.
It's never been a moment where you not expected.
Yeah.
And like where you were saying you never had, it's a gift and a curse, man. Like you never had, and I don't know if you've ever looked at it like this. You never had no example. But in not having an example, you kind of have the opportunity to set one.
Yeah.
With me, I always felt like I had examples, so I knew what to shoot for. But if I don't get to them type heights,
oh man,
I let niggas down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get to set a standard. The standard's already set. Like, my expectation is to go above.
Yeah.
And it's like, but these are my heroes. My uncle is my hero.
Mm-hmm.
BJ and Bud, they're my heroes.
Mm-hmm.
My pops, that's my hero. My grandpa, that's my hero.
Yeah.
Like, like a lot of niggas look up the rappers, and these are the people that I'm looking at. I'm like, I'm trying to model after.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm looking, and in my mind, it's like, man, but y'all so high up, like,
yeah.
Even to this day, whenever I talk about me being in an apartment, it's like, okay, B was in the apartment when he was.
Mm-hmm.
So I might not have a house yet, but I'm cool because
yeah.
You know, I know my grandpa had a house by the time he was 21, but like it's a constant comparison. Mm-hmm. And it's like you try not to compare, and I know they would tell me not to compare.
Yeah. And
they would probably look at me crazy for comparing.
Yeah.
But it's like I can't help it. Like this is part of. This is the only reason I am where I'm at. This is the only reason I can push myself so hard is because I look and I say, damn, like, you know, my Uncle Thomas was like a brother to me, but it's like, shit, he went off to college and he an upstanding dude. And, you know, my Uncle Trav been in this computer. He was just like me. He was a computer type dude. Like as long as I done known him, he been doing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, you look and it's so many that it's just like, man, if I'm not, where am I? Like, you know, like it's a disease. It's a disease and you don't want to be sick, but it's like, how do you get rid of it?
Yeah.
You know, like I had to find God to get rid of it. And I still haven't gotten rid of it, but I'm healing from it. Like I'm stopping looking and comparing and I'm getting there, but I was so sick, Christian, it's gonna take some more time before I ever just stop.
Yeah.
Real spill.
Of course. Cause it's gonna take me time. Cause we ain't never talked about this actually. Not from how we talking about it now.
Nah.
But imagine the level of pressure when you gotta set this standard.
That's why I say it's a gift and a curse. Like it's both.
Like not having the example. Like you said, the examples are people you look up to and your hero. Those are all things I want to be to somebody. I don't have no idea what I'm doing.
You just gotta go at it.
You just gotta go at it.
You gotta wing it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness. I have to break every mold that people may have. Like, if we could go to sports, I'm probably a six man in people's heads. And I gotta prove to them that no, I'm carrying this team.
I'm MVP.
I'm the nigga on this team. Like when
and we can win a championship.
I'm the number one. Like, because my dad wasn't really around, so I already got my own personal chip on my shoulder. Like, bruh, I gotta show up if I had kids. I gotta perform. And then I go, hold on, wait, hold the hell up. What the fuck am I talking about kids for? Whose inspiration am I right now? These folk around me make it seem like I ain't really too inspiring as we speak. And you see it. I wasn't comparing to them, but I was comparing to you. I was comparing to him. I was looking like, oh, like, for whatever they doing, whatever weight they carrying, they handling it pretty well. I mean, even I know, and the reason I can say they handling it pretty well is because even at their worst of their worst, when they crack, I was there for those moments. They handled it pretty well. So I kind of had to divorce from that. Like, I had to stop looking at y'all and saying that type stuff to myself, because it was never I tried to make it seem like it was that's just a motivation thing. It was more detrimental than it ever was motivation. I had to stop saying, nah, Hemp and Maye, they going to college and they got a plan for their life, and you don't have see and all of that. And now, while all of that was true, right, I already knew that. The more I said it was like, yeah, nigga, so what you gonna do?
This is a rhetorical question, but it's a serious question because I know the audience is thinking it. You just said you was doing that on your own, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much does it hurt when you hear the people closest to you reinforcing that insecurity? Where it's like, you gonna know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Get your homeboy. And I'm looking and I'm saying,
ain't no way.
Why did you say that? Like, first of all, you have no clue what I'm struggling with. But second of all, I don't think Cuz is doing that bad over here. I don't think he wants to hear that from you of all people.
I think
real spiel.
I think it hurts just as much as, and you're gonna know what I'm talking about is, oh, Christian, great job getting A's, B's, and C's on your progress report. Maye, why you got a C? Yeah, like, hold on.
Like, bro, like conversations only niggas that been there can really get into. Like,
and I think the reason it's so equal is because we fighting the same battle, but from different sides of the spectrum. Like, where it's like we done talked about it this whole, like, because our whole friendship is I'm opposite from you, you opposite from me. We just try, and we understand that there's shit from each other that we need to learn and figure out how to work into our life. So that's why we work so well. We just trying to meet in the middle.
Yeah,
that's all.
Trying to figure out how to be people.
Yeah.
How to be men. How to just be a person. How to get out of these circumstances like that we really had no control over.
Like, it's when people tell me, like, the realization that I was going to have to turn this whole shit around, it was a lot. It was a lot. Like, knowing that, okay, so you telling me I got a whole bunch of negative BS going on the right side. And I got a whole bunch of non-initiators on the left side. I come from the non-initiators, but the negative BS is my people too. I have to find a way to change all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta figure out. Okay. You got a little worried there for a second.
I was like, why the fuck has this shit been on 30 minutes for forever? And it's like, we should be closer to 50 by now. Like,
oh, it was Paul?
Yeah, that shit. No, it was glitched out for whatever reason. I had to click off because I was like, what the hell? Like,
by the way, 47 minutes, bro.
I didn't think this conversation had been that long, but
no.
Because I just had looked up here, it was at 20 minutes.
Bro, we just got up and we just went. And like, at least the other ones, we might have had like 10 minutes where we took some time.
Right.
Sponsored by Prize Picks. But, man, no, like, because
this is a real deep combo.
And it'll probably continue off air. Like, but man, no, like, it's difficult when they have to, like, I gotta set the standard right. So on one hand, since I gotta set the standard, wherever I set the bar is wherever I set it, right? So that's what people gonna see. Great. I don't have to live up to nobody's expectations. Unless I got my own idea of what these expectations that would have been what I was looking for anyway, which I do. So, like, that's why I can say, oh, I got to go be a better whatever than whoever because I know what I was missing. So it's like, nah, I got to outdo that by a long shot just to catch back up from. My mama feel like if she goes, she got to entrust her friends. Whoa. Why would she feel like that? I'm a man. Like, my little sister looking at me like big bro. And I'm a little bro to a lot of you know what I'm saying? I'm a little bro to about 4-5 motherfuckers. And we don't speak. And you don't like that. These are the thoughts that I'm having. You not okay with that.
Yeah.
It put me in a whole bunch of uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, if this is going to change, you got to launch it.
And that's scary, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's scary. That's scary. It's scary when, talk from my perspective, it's scary when niggas is hanging on your word or niggas is telling you that niggas is hanging on your word, and it's like, so how I'm supposed to correct niggas for real? Like, do it out of love. How can you tell a nigga they fucking up out of love? Like, how can, especially when you fucking up? Like,
yeah.
How do you,
in the middle of your fuck ups, I still gotta stop and tell you, I know I'm fucking up over here, but you still fucking up.
How do you find your voice? Like you become a young black man or a young black boy that just does not have a voice. You ain't developed one. And it's like every time you try to develop one, and you know, I never talked with my family about this, but it's like every time you try to develop one, it come off angry, it come off mad, it come off, why Maya yelling at? And like, and it's like, how am I supposed to develop my voice in those circumstances when we're around, like, and the men understood this, but it's like, when it's so many women with voices talking about how I'm growing into a man, you start to feel ashamed about being a man at times.
Oh yeah.
You start to feel ashamed about being tough on a motherfucker. Yeah. You start to feel ashamed about, and it's like, I get what y'all trying to teach me, you know, but like at the same time, like all the men over here understood it was never. I ain't just about to get on a nigga ass for no reason. Like,
yeah, no, this ain't no.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, you gotta come off softer. You gotta come off softer. But yeah, but what about when the softness not working?
They don't need softness.
Not in this moment. But
Like,
how are you supposed, like, as a young boy, especially with no father there on the day-to-day. Like, I can't say my dad wasn't in my life, but it's like I saw my dad on the weekends and during breaks from school.
Yeah.
Like, I needed that nigga there every day. Like, I didn't know how to help my brother. Yeah. I didn't know like niggas, I didn't know how to, you know, my brother autistic. It was hard for me to correct him without just coming off angry all the time. Coming off.
Yeah.
But you know it was out of love because let you say something.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you, but I'm saying like, let another motherfucker say something to him.
Yeah.
Nah, never. I could scrap this nigga all day. You couldn't so much as point in that nigga direction, and I don't take offense to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, and it's like, that was the type love you always got for motherfuckers, but it's like, how you supposed to bring that proverbial lion out? How you supposed to bring that leadership out when motherfuckers is telling you be softer? It's like, but I'm not soft though. Like, this manly shit is not soft. This leadership shit is not soft. It is gentle and there's a love behind it, but it ain't, and it's kind, but kindness ain't, you know, if I come to you and say, it's very kind of me to notice you fucking up and come to you and say, yeah, Christian, get that together for some other shit happen. That's kindness.
Yeah.
But that's not what a motherfucker perceive as kindness when it's them, or when it's they kids, or when it's they this or they that. And it's like, no, but I could have let that motherfucker just go off the ledge.
The reason it be perceived as something else is because don't nobody talk about it. If a man coming to correct you, they coming to correct you like, get that shit together before something else happens. Like, get that shit together with a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
We don't have time to still be like we can't sit here because you stalling your growth, or we got other shit we need to be worried about. We setting up for some shit. Listen, I'm telling you, and you know what I'm saying, being the oldest, you know, like, you be like, nah, like, you don't have long for you in my position. So we can't still be dealing with it. So if I gotta kick it to you a little rough, I do, because it'll be here before you know it. Your little cousin's finna graduate. We just graduated, it feel like. Like, what?
You get here before you know it.
Get here before you know it. Like what are we supposed to what are we supposed to do? And you know what I'm saying? I'm saying your little cousin's finna graduate. The boys are already gone. Like no,
K got 3 months.
Come on.
No, K has 2 months.
Come on, man. Come on. Like, bro, like it happened real quick.
2 months. In 2 months, I'm gonna have to call K and say, so your graduation in like 2 weeks?
Come on, man. Like, just yesterday, I told you, I keep telling you, I remember when all of them were little kids.
You know, Simeon just got married.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
you know, Stone just asked us to be his groomsmen in his wedding. And
later this year, like that, like, bro,
like this shit is not no game no more. This shit is here. Like everything is. You know, Egg's son just turned 1. Like,
what are we
still?
What are we still? Like,
right here.
Like, no.
And in our cases, it's like you look at them niggas and like you said, especially as men, like men are thinkers. Men think about this type shit. Men understand that type shit, and you try to, especially when you gotta set the example, or when you gotta set the bar, or when you gotta raise the bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna come like that. It's gonna be kicked like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
it got to be kicked like that.
When a motherfucker doubting you or trying to dim that light, and half the time they don't know that they doubting or dimming your light.
Yeah.
They think they trying to help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where that forgiveness aspect come in, because it's like, and it's hard to have these conversations because it's like, I know you was trying to help, but that hurt.
Or like, I know you was trying to help. I know you still trying to help, but stop.
Yeah, just stop.
Like, I don't mean stop like, oh my God, like I don't love you, because I still do, but just stop.
Cause you don't know how to help me. Like, you don't know how to.
I can't look these people that are in these places of, they supposed to be up here high. And in many cases, I'm having to tell you, unfortunately, you're not as high as you think you are. In my case, unfortunately, like, I'm probably close to, if not surpassed you. So I just need you to sit back and enjoy the ride. Play your role. Like, if I'm the number 1, you're the 6th man now. Because when you was in the position, it didn't get done. And I don't mean that in no slight. I mean, but somebody got to carry this on.
But Christian, it'd be the same. Like, and this is why this conversation needs to get had, because a lot of young niggas don't think this is coming. I'm telling you, it's a lot of y'all niggas that got family members who in them roles that he talking about, where it's like, you real close if you ain't already past them. And I'm telling you, them the niggas that was trying to help you out, but them will be the. But listen to me, if you ain't heard me,
man,
them will be the first motherfuckers to feel some tight way about
anything.
Oh, I know, look, cuz ain't thinking he big dog.
And it's like,
look, cuz might have been big dog.
Look, cuz,
and that hurt a nigga pride. That'll make a nigga, bro. When a nigga pride get hurt, when a nigga feelings get hurt, oh man,
you know what I'm saying? Because
oh man, he liable to anything.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine having to. It almost make you feel like you just gotta. You got to take your voice back for a second.
Yeah.
Like in certain rooms, watch what you say.
Yeah.
Watch how you say it. You got to be sensitive around certain stuff, because everybody not going to take you passing them as good job, grandson.
No, most niggas are not gonna take it.
Good job, nephew. Good job, look hood. No, most of them, the people we talking about, ain't going. They gonna look at you like, I know he don't think he better than me.
Most niggas not gonna use that as motivation to get their shit together.
I done been your age before, and when I look at you and go, you done been my age before. I'm watching you be a lot older than my age right now, and you don't have that much more than me. What happened? When I get to saying stuff like that, now I'm getting told stuff like, I beat your ass, little nigga.
Exactly. And that's coming from these niggas who are supposed to be your protectors. You know, your niggas who are supposed to be the closest thing to your pops.
And you know what I'm saying? And I'm having to say to them, well, shit, if you want to scrap, let's scrap.
And it's like, bruh, I don't know why. Bro, young niggas don't think that shit is coming. I promise it is. But to the niggas that's older that already is in them positions, like, bro, stop taking it as a slight. This is like, why are you so upset that this is what has to be done?
Bro,
you didn't do it. They're upset because they didn't do it.
It ain't personal, bro. This just business.
This is at the end of the day. If a nigga drop the ball, somebody gotta come pick it up. What we go do? Lose forever?
You supposed to
we can't lose forever.
You supposed to want me to pick up where you left or fucked off.
We can't lose forever. I don't want to lose forever, bro.
No.
I don't want to be at the bottom forever. I don't want to live at the bottom. I damn sure don't want them coming after me that live at the bottom. And I'm not even talking about my kids.
No.
I wrote in that book that I wrote. And I said it when I went to the church and they had me speak to do my book signing. I said, man, listen, like, my uncle had his daughter at the same age. I was the same age when he had his daughter that he was when my mama had me. And that made me realize, fuck. I've been looking at Unc like Unc for my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
His daughter just turned 7. When I was 7, I know how I was looking at Unc.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Cause his daughter and his son looking at you like,
fuck, bruh. Like I need to zoom pretty quick here.
Like, no, bro. Like, there is no more. You know how picture where we was at 13, 14. That was 7-8 years ago. Like picture where we was thinking about. Put yourself back there and think about the thoughts you was having at 13, 14 about where we would be when we were here. Whoa. This shit came unbelievably fast.
Super fast. Super duper fast.
And there's nothing we could have done.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know how you feel. You tell me. I don't. As great of a memory as I have, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. Did I hit where I said I was gonna hit? Am I worse off? I don't know. Like, I can't even measure. Like, it looks different, but I don't know if it's worse. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know where I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just as lost now as I was back then.
You just figuring it out.
And it's like, nigga, when I didn't know God the way I know him now, but that was scary than no motherfucker. for them.
Hell, I know God, and it's scary, right?
Scary.
It's
I
scary
just
right
prayed
now.
to that nigga and I told him, bro, I'm scared to the bitch.
Like-
but nobody, bro, Christian, I know y'all get tired of me saying it, but I gotta emphasize that's why this is so important.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you heard niggas on this internet shit say they were scared at 21?
No, but no, not really.
But the kids are scared though.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are anxious.
Yeah.
The kids are smoking to get rid of that shit. The kids are popping to get rid of that shit. The kids are fucking to get rid of that shit.
Like
The kids are exactly what everybody's scared to say that they was at.
because that's what you do. Because you're scared, and you either you got some expectations you got to meet, or you got to meet your own that you still got to sit for everybody to look at. Like, fuck. You want to know why I took the supervisor role at the job? Or shit, I got to learn where to be a leader in my life somewhere. I can't keep running away from him. Why? Like I said, had a girlfriend young, dropped the ball.
Felt like you failed with her.
Can't drop the ball with the woman I'm gonna spend my life with.
Feel like you failed with her.
For sure. I felt like
okay, you put all the shit she did to this. Fuck what she did. When I look at me, oh man.
Oh goodness.
Like, and it's like we can say, oh, you was young and this and that, but it's like,
that shit don't. God,
it don't, man. It don't make
matter.
you feel no better about this shit, man.
Because
it don't.
Should have been on go back then.
That's how you be feeling.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't coming from a place of regret. It's just,
I know me.
you know what
it's
I'm
not
saying?
about nobody else's standards. No. It's not about whether or not she stayed. It's not about
none of that.
It's
None
about
of that.
where I know where I gotta lay my head down at night. Nah, I be feeling like, bro, cause Christian, to this day with that shit, I be feeling like I never feel like that again.
You feel me?
I'm gonna make sure I don't feel like that. If it fail again, if I tried again and it fail again, that's cool. But I ain't never gonna feel like it was because, bro, I was super underprepared for this shit.
I didn't show up.
I was not ready.
Like, no way.
Like, this was not.
No way.
I was not even. I flunked this test.
No way.
We came out here on game day and got our ass beat.
We went 3 of 15.
It looked good in the first half. I'm not gonna lie.
Did it?
And that's the crazy part, because with me or you,
did it?
It wasn't even the first half.
We were, bro.
But in either case, it wasn't even the first half. It was more like the first quarter.
From the tip off, the people, the analysts were saying, "Boy, them boys look checked out."
And it's like, damn. Like,
I said, oh.
I mean, we put 14 points on the board. Like,
yeah. On 3 of 7. like 3 or 8, like y'all ain't hitting like that, like, and it's like
make you feel like you get to the finals and you flame out.
It's like, boy, no, I got to put up an MVP season now. I got to come back.
And you get to the finals, you got to the first round.
And think about it. All that, I'm trying to live above poverty. I'm trying to be a great dad. Guess where all that started? I gotta humble myself and find God. But in finding God, I got to admit, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Like I know they done had me.
I don't know what the fuck
they done had me. They done had me on go for 20 years and been telling me this and been telling me that. And
I learned a whole bunch of shit, and I'm gonna be honest with you, OG. Start that shit over because boy, I mean, I learned a lot of shit, but a lot of it was flawed.
I don't even know if the shit that I picked up along the way, if I ever needed to pick it up. It feel like
it might have been more detrimental than it was good.
It feel like I picked up a lot more of what not to ever pick up than I ever.
And there's value in that, but
it is because I know. Okay, like
of course there's value in that. There's value in every day under the sun.
You know
but
what I'm saying? You learn when to bow out gracefully by sticking around through some BS. You know when you should. What you should be looking for, what not to look for. Like you, trust me, you learn because you live. But man, that's why. Like, I go back to my mom and I say, I know you think you know me because you know my whole name and I'm your son. I'm 18. Yeah, I'm saying, but like, hold on. I only been gone for a year, and I'm telling you right now. Who you knew a year ago doesn't exist anymore.
Nah.
He is gone.
Fuck that guy.
Like whoever, like you spent majority of your life with him up until this point. I'm here to change, not y'all mind, my mind. I'm here to embrace this. And embody this, and I'm leaving y'all no choice but to get you
accept it. Yeah,
like you don't have a whoa with, but see, and that's another thing too, with me because I'm so laid back and all that. Going back to the relationship stuff, when it got to a point to where it was, I guess I can't be laid back. I got to be the one to speak. I got to be the one to.
Yeah.
It come off as, where in the hell
is all of this coming from? And that make you like, bro. You correct me if I'm wrong. That make you nervous when niggas ask that question.
Yes, because you feel like you feel like
you start questioning yourself. Do I have a right to?
Should I have even said anything?
And you got to convince yourself. Yes, I should have said something. I really should have been said something. Mm-hmm. And fuck having a right. This is the right thing to say.
Yeah.
And you got to stand on that in the midst of.
Where is this coming from? You give me all this anxiety.
And the insecurity and and you got to stand on that. And that, like, you got to swallow that and you got to put some bass in your voice and you got to stick your chest out and you got to say, well, I'm the fucking man here.
You can't even like to the point to where, yeah, even if there's some shakiness in your brain, it can't be no shakiness in your statement. Your statement got to be firm. Your statement got to be believable. Like,
and when you spend your whole life not even trusting yourself, how do you develop that? You kind of just gotta do it.
Yeah, you kind
of just gotta do it. And it's like, that is tough.
Real tough. It's real.
That is tough.
It's challenging because you out here on a whim, not knowing whether or not you doing the right thing. You don't know until you get the result. Bro, imagine we never get like test back or nothing like that. It ain't no way for you to see your grades or nothing. You just get a report card. You got an F in the class. What the fuck?
Nah, fuck that, Christian. Imagine you don't know until the school year over.
You just see retained.
Like you don't know if you did a good enough job until it's all said and done.
Our senior year, bro, I had that $615 free lunch fee that had followed me from elementary school all the way to high school. And for y'all that's wondering how the hell I did that, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, that's between them. It's above me. But that followed me all the way through high school. And it wasn't until my senior year that I said, oh my goodness, I'm still getting these forms about this 650. The first form I ever saw was in elementary school. How did I run that up in K5? But anyway, what I'm going to do when it's time to walk, because I don't have $615. Is these people not going to let me walk because of this? I didn't know I was going to walk until 3 days before we graduated. No, let me tell the truth. I didn't know I was going to walk until we was at graduation practice. That's when I knew I was going to walk. And it was like, okay. But imagine you don't know how, like, you don't know what you're doing out here on your own at 21, 22, trying to be a man, trying to redo some of these generational thoughts and the brainwashing and whatever the standard was. You got to tear that down and set anew, or you got to go live up to something you don't know. And people can tell you all they want that you're doing just fine. Yeah, by whose metrics? I won't know until I'm making the impact. What
Hemp say? Hold on. Hemp said it best today. Hemp said, damn, I gotta find it. I look around and I go, what I thought was common sense ain't. And what I thought should justify right and wrong doesn't. So who am I really trying to please? These are the questions you gotta ask. If I'm not like the rest of the society, who am I like?
Them questions, when them hit you, they be whoa moments.
And it take a while to answer them questions.
Because it take a while to even get to them. You don't even know they questions you need to ask until it's, hold on, like, I know what we keep saying about how but like for real, y'all, like, we the only people I know. We the only ones that think like the majority of. How many times we done had them conversations? A lot, right? How many times he done said that?
Nah.
Exactly. Because even though we talk about it all the time, you still don't be knowing until one day you just realize, nah, something's up here. Something's like, I gotta check something.
Something calling me elsewhere.
Something calling me elsewhere.
That's the same thing as what game am I playing?
Mm-hmm. Same thing as get up and go. I'll show you. You will? All right, well, I'm going to get up and go. Christian, why you moving to Columbia? Why not just move to... Relax. I'm going to go start anew. Well, why don't you just move out there where my mans can get you a good job, and the rent there and the this and the that, and your people over there and all that. Relax. I gotta go. Be gone in a week. My grandma said if I make it a year, then I'll be good. It's been a year. You're plus now. I'm good. I know. Everybody was, but that's what I'm saying, because everybody was so worried, right? I don't even get you like it in Colombia. I don't even get them type of questions no more. I don't get asked, am I coming back? I don't get asked, or I don't get told I'm worried about you. I don't get told that type of stuff no more. But that's what I'm saying. My bad for even having y'all think y'all had to feel like that in the first place. But relax. I'm figuring it out. And I'm figuring it out without having to call y'all 24/7 and need to come back and all that. I think I can figure out how to bring this standard of excellence to where we reside. I think I'm on a pretty good track. I think you're on a pretty good track. I think we're well on our way for some
Like, bro, you can do this shit, bro.
facts.
I know the circumstances. I know what you feeling like. Trust.
I know your girl looking at you crazy.
I know.
Your
I
mama
get it. I get it. But, bro, you can do this shit, bro. Don't ever think you can't do it. And if you do think you can't do this shit, tell the devil to get behind you, bro. He can't make you not do this shit, bro.
He's beneath you.
He can't make you not do this shit, bro. If God ordained it for you to do this shit, bro, trust in him. Walk with him. I'm telling you, he'll lead you out that tunnel, bro. I done had to pick my niggas up and tell them, bro, that light there.
He done had to be
I was about to say, after they done picked me up and said, boy, you can't stop in the middle of this darkness. That light up there, boy.
Like, nah, like these for real conversation. Like, listen.
This is real nigga shit
Like,
for a second now. You're not gonna hear too much of this on this fucking internet, bro.
No.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of niggas tell you alpha male this,
alpha male that.
They gonna tell you get money.
Fuck
They
these
gonna
hoes.
tell you stoic. They gonna tell you I tell you heart. I tell you integrity.
Character.
I tell you real mental toughness. I tell you real faithfulness.
Yeah.
That's what I tell you. That's what Christian will tell you.
For sure.
That's what the grandma table will tell you.
For
nigga.
For sure. Because
these the conversations we should have been having at grandma table, nigga.
Facts. These the conversations we will have at grandma table, nigga. And I meant that for me.
Nigga.
Because that's where I'm going.
Nigga.
I'm going to a couple of grandma tables.
Nigga.
And best believe, and sidebar, it's okay to be scared in the moment. It's okay to be in them conversations, be in them rooms where you gotta tell a motherfucker. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to, you go in there, you stand on business, and you mean what you say.
Understand that courage is not lack of fear. It's looking fear in the face and saying, even though I acknowledge your presence, you still not gonna stop me.
You can't stop me.
I know you there. I feel you.
Like I
really understand you.
But because I understand you, I cannot and I will not let you defeat me. It's done worked up until this point, and it's not about to stop working now.
Because all things work for the goodness of God's glory.
And if that's what you're doing it for,
you can't fail. No weapon
formed against me shall prosper.
Hallelujah.
Well. Hey, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Another one of these episodes where the gems was there that you ain't know you needed to hear.
Till you heard them.
And it was all up in your eardrums. Appreciate y'all for rocking out with us, man. Stay locked in with us as we keep on this journey. Shoot. We don't get up out of here. But until next time. Gang.
Peace.